Fevers. What is the value of a fever, and what part of the body do you notice that mostly affecting? The skin, sweating, and obviously there's a reason for that, isn't there? What's the skin? Oh, your third kidney, your largest eliminative organ you have. And what does your kidneys eliminate? Oh, acid, waste, and byproducts from cells and bacterium and stuff, right? Damaged cells have been broken down by macrophages, blah, blah, blah. Yeah! Yeah, there you go. See what I'm saying? But fevers, vital. When you start, you guys on Facebook now, when you start detoxifying the children, the younger they are, the closer to 104 and 105 degree fevers these children like. So I like 103. I really don't like over 103. So when children get up to 104, 105, I keep a cool washcloth of the head, the nape of the neck, or a cool bath. But they're going to want to go there every time. It's just nature. Just like their heart rate tends to be a little higher, respiration, just you know, initially things are a little different in the children. You never try to stop fevers. Most people die from medical intervention of trying to stop and treat and everything else than ever does of a cold and flu or anything else. People just don't die from those things. And if you know the appropriate way to deal with one, I can't even imagine. These are healing crises. Nobody dies from friggin' healing crisis unless it's so traumatic and no one is there to understand it and maybe help it. But the body doesn't kill itself like that. But you want fevers. In fact, if your client isn't getting fevers, you got to work on their thyroid gland, because you want that basal temperature to be up in the upper 97s, because you need fevers, because your job is to get these wastes, these acids, these neurotoxins, all this crap, whether it's aluminum, mercury, lead, cadmium, who cares? Well, it doesn't matter what it is. The acids from cells, carbonic, lactic, uric, it doesn't matter. Yes, when you're detoxifying children, they can run 105, 106 degree temperature. Remember that. And don't freak out. You can keep your child cooled down as much as you can. A little bit anyway, 103 if you can get it down. Cold washcloth, nape of the neck, forehead, a little cool bath now and then. Feverfuse, a good one. We don't want to try to break any fevers because we want children to detoxify. Detoxification is a natural process that babies and children and adults and everybody go through. We got to get with that and understand these are natural detoxification processes. Nothing like healthy kids, because there's nothing any worse than having to take your kid to a medical doctor. I was at St. Joe's for a lot of years, and that's where I was working nuclear medicine, and it really tore me up, man. I didn't realize all of the, and in cardiopulmonary, the monitors, all the stuff just really coming down on you. But a lot of women used to bring their babies in with a 99 degree temperature, 100 degree temperature. They've been feeding them crap, and then they give them a little Tylenol and an antibiotic and send them home. Break the fever. It's like, oh my God. I used to say, take your child home, put them on fruit juices, and no matter what the fever does, detox them, cool them down to 103, and go on with your life and quit giving your kids milky products. Whenever you have these fevers, remember the body is trying to either destroy or to dilate and perspire or to sweat. So, you know, the body rarely takes itself up past 104, 105. Children's like those higher fevers when you're detoxifying them, so we keep them cool to 103 and keep them hydrated. And you also remember the same thing with yourself. But remember, though, there's going to be detoxification even in 2-year-olds. And the small children love 104 and 105 fevers. And you just have to, I like to cool them down to 103, but I don't like to break them. The idea of breaking a fever, for what reason? Why does the body have a fever in the first place? And so this is important to understand that your skin is your largest kidney. That's your largest eliminative organ you've got, to cellular waste, / parasitic, of course. most children, they seem to like the higher fevers, 104, 105. Myself and I, adults, maybe 103 at best, mostly around 101, 100. I like 103 for children and 103 for adults. So if your child is getting a fever, you can, and it's above 103, put a little cold washcloth on the forehead or nape of the neck, or sit them in a little cool a bath or something, but you don't want to stop a fever. Why? What value? Why would the body have a fever? Why would medical doctors try to go against nature and the human body when someone has a fever? What's your largest eliminative organ you have? The largest eliminative organ you have. That's right. That's your skin. You guys are really good. That's your skin. And your skin, of course, is how whenever you're sick, you're assured of sweating. I've detoxed a lot of children in my life. And I don't care if they're 2 or 5, they love these friggin' high fevers. They go into 104, 105 all the time. But I tell you what, the real issue, of course, in fevers is dehydration and everything else. But you have to understand that fevers are essential, and you don't want to stop them if you can't get them at your thyroid gland. And you want to be able to get them because that's how everything is dilated and everything opens up. And it always takes in what? Elimination. This is part of detoxification, is fevers, because which is the largest eliminative organ of your body? The largest eliminative organ of your body. The skin, the integumentary system. Promoting fevers have always been the health side of it. So when you see allopathy, you've got to quit using the word health and really get in your own corner where you belong, because health is promotion of fevers, expectoration, elimination, not suppression. It's enough to say that you don't want to ever stop fevers, because you'll stop the healing and detoxification process.